What's up, y'all? You know what time it is? It's about to be that time.
Savage.
What's up, everybody? One Piece 1077. I'm excited. Still getting the studio here together. You know, week by week, we'll have everything looking a little more like it used to. It was Chrissy's birthday on Friday, so drop some happy birthdays in the chat for Chrissy. You know, so we were celebrating that this weekend. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody for joining me today. Let's see where Oda decided to take the story this week. Love to see it. Love all those happy birthdays in the chat for Chrissy. Thank you. You know, we got to get the OST going here. If you missed it, we did do a Theory for Theory with I'm D King last week. We also did a stream covering the Volume 105 SBS. That was fun too. Okay. Guy marks a fire Theory for Theory. Hey, love to hear that. Love that. Pat said, birthday boy. No, it's not my birthday. It was my wife's birthday. Chrissy's birthday on Friday. Everybody's saying happy birthday for Chrissy. Not me. Okay, so we back to some Caesar and Judge action. A little mini Vegapunk flashback appears to be over. There we go. Caesar's technically in the chapter, so there he is. I don't have all the figures unpacked. I would have put Judge there too. Okay, we're getting some Sentomaru action. Fabio phase Egghead. You know, I had to do a little bit of a double check because I thought this thing said Fabio. Oh, man. Insert a I can't believe it's not butter joke. Let's see. Okay. Listen up, all of you. I want every one of... I don't understand what's happening on Egghead. Why did you deploy the pacifistas all over the island? Years ago, a place called Ohara vanished from all the world maps overnight. Because they dared to defy the world government. Wow, these people didn't even know about Ohara. Ohara never existed. Chrissy said, phew, I made it. Couldn't find my phone. If you look above Chrissy, everybody was saying happy birthday to you. Ooh, I like this panel. Oh. An Ohara incident refresher. Let me remind you of this thing I did 15 or so years ago. Is that right? Is that the math? No. 14, probably closer to 13 or 14 years ago.
2 plus 2 is 4. Minus 1, that's 3. Quick maths.
The island of O'Hara, home to the world's largest historical library, committed the crime of attempting to decipher the poneglyphs, an act forbidden by the world government. And as a result, a naval bombardment wiped out all of the scholars and residents, leaving young Nico Robin as the sole survivor. Does Centaur know that Vegapunk was studying poneglyphs? A whole teenager ago? Yeah. If they're trying to kill Punk, who has the biggest brain in the world, they probably concluded that he must be erased, regardless of the cost to scientific progress. Which means that something even worse than what happened then could be about to happen here now. Let's go. Devastation. Give me that drama. Give me that sweet, sweet drama. I'm starting to sound like Mr. Morge. Like, give me that failure. Give me that failure. The difference being that this arc reasonably could end in failure, and that's the exciting thing. Hurry, Straw Hat. What's happening here? Alright, we're back to the fight. Command floor, 4th floor, building A. What's with these guys? Kong organ gun. Hand pistol, Yellow Lotus. Okay, they went and hit that S-Bear. Kaku with the Rankyaku. But S-Hawk swiftly dodged that. You know, but he's got those Mega Man 11s on, so he's got some jump in him. Let's see. Slaughter. Okay, so that's the continuation of the attack. It's Rankyaku Slaughter. So my man's just... he's kicking like Sanji right now. You know, that's one thing that I really... You know, not to dunk on my boy Oda, but... like, the 6 powers are really cool. And it's something that, you know, everybody's like, oh, the Straw Hats need hockey, the Straw Hats need hockey. Like... I really just need a lot of the Straw Hats to learn the 6 powers. Like, Sanji doing some Rankyakus, like... oh my god, like, that was something... that... see, now you want to talk about 13 years ago or whatever? Like, this is what we were talking about, because we didn't know what hockey was yet. Sort of like, Robin needs, you know, Shigan, Sanji needs Rankyaku. Oh. Oh, we're pulling out the... This is low-key my favorite Zoro move right here. Itoryu Iai. Shishisonson. Like, I love this. I love this. Alright? If you're following along, we're over at viz.com. Alright? It looks like he split S-Hawk open a little bit. You know, I mean, that's the implication here, alright? I mean, let's... now, keep in mind, every time that Zoro has done this move, it's reasonably been effective. Obviously, it finished off Mr. 1, and S-Hawk has the dice fruit, so it's a fun reminder and a fun callback to have Oda use this move in the first place. But the other time that he used it was against Kuma, who was also a cyborg. So here we have a robotic Mihawk getting the attack that was used on Mr. 1 and Kuma. There's some layers here. There's some layers here. I like this. Alright, next page. S-Bear's like, okay, pat, I'm good. S-Hawk's like, okay, I'm good. You can't keep getting up like this. Oh man, why is that? Like, immediately I'm reading this line and I'm just thinking of Jesse. So we gotta pull the Jesse out.
You can't keep getting.
You can't keep getting up like this. You can't keep getting up like this.
You can't keep getting away with it.
Knock it off already. Who are you, Kaido? Luffy's got jokes. That reminds me, they seem kind of similar to King, the guy I fought in Wano. Which, didn't Zoro also use Shishisan on King as well? I think he did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. Kaido's pirate crew had a Lunarian? Well, I don't know what he was called. Interesting. Then I would surmise that he must be Albert, the test subject who escaped from Punk Hazard with Kaido. The Seraphim are augmented with none other than his Lunarian blood. We knew this. We talked about this.
Another one.
It was a layup, but yes, his specific blood is what augmented them. Red Hood said Apu got that epic line song. So he got it, but the thing about that is while it was definitely Shisonson, when Zoro did that in like 998 or 997, whichever one it was, but he didn't name it. So that was like the added disrespect to Apu, right? So he's only used the move probably but now like 5 times in the story. But the thing is, he only names it when he thinks that there's an actual threat. So, I mean, Apu fans in the mud. Anyway, let's see here. Oh, I didn't realize. In that case, watch the flames on their backs. Your attacks won't do any damage unless the flames are out. Ah, they're basically invincible when the fire's on. Sorry, I just wasted a bunch of our stamina. Should have noticed sooner. No, this helps. Now we can actually fight it. Look at Lucci with the respect. Ugh. Toss this over here. Have that out of the box. King's notable features are white hair, brown skin, black wings, flames on his back. You should have noticed sooner. Yeah. There are Pooh fans. I'm loving the chat with the, with the bum talk. Alright. Where are you going, helmet? I have an idea of where this Stella might be. Ooh. Yeah. The way that's written is kind of giving life to the people who say he's bad. Oh boy. I need to get my Shaka helmet. Alright. S-Hawk comes in. Stay out of this. We're in a hurry here. Here we go, Zeus. Okay, we're getting some Nami action versus Jinbei. He's not a child. Oda, what are you doing with these shots, man? He hurt our friend and half destroyed Edison. Ooh, we got the off-screen Edison murder. I'm sorry, Barry. Oh my god. Damn, he really off-screened Edison with the pack. Turned Brooke into Ichabod Crane over here. I mean, he's gonna put himself back together. This is Nami talking to herself. He's not cute. He's not a child. See, Mommy Nami can't hurt children. This is like Sanji trying to fight a woman, but you know, she's getting over it. She's like, no, he's a robot. He's not. Yep. But technically, like, I mean, if you want to talk age, he is a child. Probably less than 5 years old here. That's right, Nami. Don't hesitate. Close your eyes if you need to. Just shoot me out, and I'll do the rest. Lightning blast. Okay. All right. Could Nami be the Seraphim's natural enemy? I'd love to see it. Wow, I mean, first of all, it really looks like she did some damage here. Is electricity the way to take out these robots? Barry said, I'm coming, baby. Someone grab the toolkit. Bloosh. He sank under again, didn't he? Look out, Nami. He'll come up from below. Brooke with the quick fix. I like this Nami shot. There's some tension there. I like the emphasis on the tattoo. Zeus is like, that didn't work. I mean, it looked like it worked. It looked like it did more damage than anything I've ever seen against a Seraphim. We're gonna get Sanji to the rescue here. Okay, so Jinbei's coming up. Walbade. Oh. Article 1 of the Sanjitution. He who scares Nami gets death. Okay, so the Constitution. Article 1 of the Sanjitution. He who scares Nami gets death. Article 9 of the Sanjitution. He who makes Nami scream gets raw heat strike. I just wish this panel was raw. Oda, why you draw Sanji like that? Barry said, is that how they translated it? I'm screaming. Yeah, this is... I mean, that's a little weird. That's a little weird. Sanji, are you hurt, Nami? Don't worry, I'll finish him off. Warned you, you little brat. I don't care if you're a kid or Jinbei. You get the death penalty, Jinbei Jr. I feel like the coolness of this is kind of undercut by a little shade of corniness, and I just, you know, every time I see this, man, I have to flame the drip. It's just not it. It's just not it. It's just not it. It's just not it. But not it where it would be it. It's just not. But oh wait, actually, hold on. Hold on. What am I doing? Sanji comes through with the heat on feet. We get the apron. You know this. Right? We got some Diable Jambe action. We cook it. It's been a while since we had some heat on feet. Yeah. Yeah. I got the blue apron for the frites. Right. Here, if you're a kid or Jinbei, you get the death penalty. Heat on feet. Okay. You'll pay for turning York to stone. Bubble gun. Okay. So we got some Lilith fighting action. Interesting. Oh, the eyebrow? Hold on, let's see. Did the eyebrow switch? Interesting. His eyebrow did switch. The eyebrow switch is now the equivalent of Zoro putting on the bandana. It's Ash putting the hat on backwards. That's what the eyebrow is now. My man's serious.
Woo!
It's about to get spicy. It's about to get spicy for Seraphim Jinbei. Alright. So we got the bubble gun. Little Hancock did the quick dodge. Hey, that didn't do a thing. Why did S-Snake drop to the ground? Okay, I'm confused. Wow. Oh, this is legit. These bubbles are made out of sea energy. Oda's making up new rules. We've got new rules.
Surprise, motherfucker.
All right, okay. That green blood gives you the benefits of powers and the risks. These bubbles are your weakness. See, I love these types of things, but the problem is that Oda never gives them to our heroes. Like, imagine Frankie with this. I still need Frankie to get, like, the sea stone fists. Like, that's what I wanted for him. I wanted him to make his hands Kairoseki, so that when he's doing Frankie boxing, strong right, whatever. SK says the trader has to be Edison's pet cat. Alright, so Lilith is killing it. Lilith comes through with the Sanji, like, from behind, you know, the deuces up. Hold her down while we got a chance. Frankie gets that swift kick. Don't touch me, you oaf. What gives it? Wore off already? Because it only grazed her. Interesting, okay. Okay. Baby Boa doing some anime face. Coming in with the, so it's like the pudding face. It reminds me of what pudding, you know, they even have figures of pudding making that face. Alright, now she's mad. Frankie comes through. Is that a bubble or a boulder? It's a bubble. How do you like that? Not so tough now, little girl. So he took the bubble. Okay. Frankie coming through clean. I like that. Brilliant work, Frankie. This bubble gun really works. Give it up, you dumb brat. Damn, Frankie's savage. But it hurts. Oh, God. Oh, no. Stone Frankie. Perfume Femero. Is this... I mean, we talked about Frankie probably becoming stone. Could she break him, though? So that we have to get... So that we're forced into modifications. Please. Frankie's petrified. That's bad. He could die. Bubble gun. Oh, boy. Love, love, mellow. So, there go all of the things we were talking about maybe Usopp is immune or gets to fight her. Okay. Alright, we're getting some Shaka action. The old Devil Fruit Research Lab, basement floor. Who's there? Are you the culprit? It can't be. Are you the Cypher Pole agents who visited a while back? Why are you here? Help us. I don't want to die. Okay. Alright, I'm feeling vindicated. Shaka. Stella, so you were here. Who did this to you? Glad you're safe. I'll get you out. Shaka. Who came with you? Oh, we got a gun. Oh boy. Oh nah. Yeah, drop those packs in the chat. Barry, member for 22 months. Don't worry, Randy, I'm coming with the toolbox. Shaka's my boy. Whoever did this.
Right to jail, right away. Right to jail, right away.
Oh, no, no.
You loyal.
No, 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 no. Wait, 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 wait. Wait, 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 wait.
Yeah, it's a comic twist. It's a good, relevant, and important twist, and cultural and.
I just... Like, this is one of the most... gruesome things I think Oda's ever put on page. I don't know how Shaka comes back from this. Shaka, he's been shot. Yo.
You loyal.
This is a member for 20 months. Motion to replace the pack emoji with Shaka getting his top. I don't know if I can actually make that an emoji, bro. That's too disrespectful. That's... The level of disrespect is too high on that. No, I said I wanted tragedy in this arc. I wanted some drama. Then I get it, and I'm like... Not like this, Oda. Not like this! Not the boy Shaka! Who did this? Who did this? Who did this? Can't. Show yourself. Damn. Damn, Fro, I'm supposed to be the savage one. Fro said a little disrespect won't hurt him. He already got shot. How you gonna disrespect the dead? They're dead. That was the... And Lucy B said, after careful consideration, I came to the conclusion that none of us can dream of knowing who the traitor is.
Another one.
Conrad, member for 21 months. D, capital R.I.P., Drip God Shaka, emphasis on the rip. It's Dripper Scarfino all over again. D Ripper, D R.I.P. or Scarfino.
You loyal.
All over again. But an SBS confirmed that Dripper's alive. I don't know, man. Oda just turned One Piece into the Zapruder film real quick. Oh, God. Shaka should have stayed off the grassy knoll, man. Carmelo Smith, member for 1 month, says Shaka's fine. Don't forget they have organs on the floor where Chopper and Robin is. He needs a brain! He's... And she said Shaka's fine. He had a helmet on. Are you looking at what I'm looking? That helmet is gone. Lucy B, a member for 22 months. Goodbye, Shaka. Was nice knowing you. I'm in a moment here. I need to go and get the Shaka helmet because we need to. I know where it is. Reese said the long-awaited return of Geen. Ace2532. I saw a theory earlier about the shooter. The K-Talk sound effect is the same one we see when Emu is on screen. If Oda actually reveals who or what Emu is here, I'm going to lose my mind. You're saying the Emu pulled up to take him out personally?
Savage.
Nah. Emu's got shooters. Emu doesn't need to do that. Emu's got shooters. Pro said just a small concussion. I mean, that is a one-piece concussion right there. That is the definition of a one-piece concussion. Don't worry, everybody. Shaka's just heavily concussed. Shaka will be back. Like the end of a Marvel movie. Shaka will return. I think.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
I don't think he's got the facilities either. As I said, I know this looks bad, Captain, but it could be worse. You could be a Kid fan. I could be. Could be.
Savage.
This is always my issue with you know, like getting into new anime and like things like that, is because I always get an attachment for the characters that get clipped, and I'm just like, Oda's usually good about that. Like, that's one of the reasons I love One Piece. I mean, I do want more, you know, stakes in the series and everything like that, but I get it. I get attached to characters, and then they get November 1963'd. Ah, man. Dan Sheet says, this is how we get a Shaka face reveal. I mean, that's true. That's true. Shin said it's the same gun that shot Hachi. So, I mean, it could be some sort of celestial, but... The 163 on Luffy's jacket reads, Emu-san. Ah. Hey. Lavish bracket. In a lavish bracket. Gotta have it. Rax, gotta have it. Our guy Ty came in and said, sorry I'm late, Captain. From the looks of the chat, you're resisting the need to update your Shaka helmet to be more accurately portrayed. I'm the most confused right now. A true whodunit. Yeah. W's in the chat for my guy Ty. I was just talking about how I have to get the Shaka helmet so that we can have a true eulogy. And now that you're here, I'm gonna take the 2 minutes to go do that. Chair piece. I will be right back. We're gonna eulogize Shaka.
You loyal.
Eric Beltree, member for 7 months. Hey, Randy, love the content. Always love this arc so much because of all the twists and turns. Shout out to the boy Shaka. Oh my god. We're gonna add this here from like trying to build shells and stuff. I won't do it though. I won't do it though. I love the helmet too much. I love the character too much. Man. R.I.P. to the drip god, like Conrad said. D.R.I.P. God. Spawn said, break the helmet like Hidden Island breaks figurines on break weeks. Oh, man. Edison's cat has to be the traitor. Ty, you see me physically, visually resisting the urge to update the Shaka helmet. I love this though. Still, as I said, don't watch Spy X Family or Ranking of Kings anymore, Captain. My favorite character is definitely gonna get clipped in that. Chrissy and I were just talking about that. We're gonna finally do it. We're gonna watch Spy X Family. But man, Oda, why'd you have to do this? Chris Emmanuel said, "Hey sir, can you read my previous comment?" I would same I find it interesting in a panel where Eam-sama walking down the stairs with K-Talk. Yeah, someone mentioned that earlier, but I do not think that this is Eam at all. Like I said, Eam's got shooters. Eam does not need to pull the trigger. Eam's got triggermen. I said, peek whodunit. Who could this be? Who could it be now? Lilith is safe. Like, let's really play Clue right now. Lilith is safe. Edison seems safe. Watch, it's Pythagoras' body without his head.
Savage.
We haven't seen Atlas, so we don't know what Atlas is up to, but I don't know. If it ends up being Atlas, I'm just gonna be like, I knew I never liked Atlas. I knew there was some reason why I never man. Let's see. We're playing that Clue right now. Let's see who else. S-Snake off-screen unstoned York, and then it was York. I mean, if it has to be one of the 6 other Seraphim, York's looking pretty good right now, because that's a classic Oda thing, right? Show the character as a buffoon so that he can, like, completely twist and change their character later. So we just see this, like, evil York with the gun, like, ha 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 ha, that's for making me your personal toilet. Which is like an Oda gag to begin with. Maxo, member for 22 months. It's a gun that ate the Katak no Mi. Barry waves the flag from the Edison Hill like chopper on drum. Demi LP said, I noticed something. This is the second time that none of the Vegapunks witnessed Nami using Zeus or weather in general. Just a coincidence? We talked about this. I initially, at the beginning of the arc, thought that it was going to be a situation where all of the Straw Hats were going to get captured, and that Zeus would be the one to save them because they had no data that Zeus even existed. And it was specifically Edison that was collecting data on the Straw Hats. Which is another reason why I was, you know, suspect of Edison.
Savage.
But the thing is that it's not necessarily... if Oda was to do something like that, it would just be the same way that he treated Sanji during the Alabasta Saga. You don't show this one person so that they can be the person that saves everybody. Oda trope. Oda trope, for sure. Raffi said Morge might be right about it being S Flamingo. That's a good take. And I have been saying that S Flamingo, like, needs to be in this arc. Or in the story. There needs to be an S Flamingo. And it ties into, like, that scene where Doflamingo is in Impel Down and he thinks he's gonna get killed. Like, I've been saying that was them, like, extracting his lineage factor. Or something, you know? Like, it had to be something related to this. And now they have an S Flamingo. Yeah, I'm down for that. Shout out to K-Pro-N, appreciate you. Said, Super Tinfoil, hey, just popped in. What are the chances that Luffy's awakening has the ability to temporarily or permanently free the mind's control on the Seraphim now that we know that they can more or less think for themselves? Like the way that he would rubberize somebody else, it would have some sort of effect on them? Is that why Oda's not having Luffy go Gear 5th against the Seraphim? I mean, that's a little wacky, K-Pro. I mean, like, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just like, Gear 5 is wacky, but it's just, I could see it having some sort of a strange effect of him, you know, like the way, like, he was punching Kaido and it was, like, making the back of his head stretch. Would that have a different effect on a robot? I mean, that's the interesting part of all of this. as far as like his freedom and everything from the fruit and, you know, the imagination and everything like that, would that have a like meta effect on them? Is, I guess, not out of the question, but I don't know if Oda will go there. Sean McDonough said, "Not my joke, but I heard Shaka might come back harder, better, faster, stronger." That would be an Oda thing to do also. Parvision's in the chat. Par and I are Shaka boys. Like, Par, you hurting, man? Chris said, Kid Dofi's free will overpowered green blood, and now he's using the gun instead of the artificially created devil fruit powers. I mean, Kid Dofi was just a shooter, though. It's in his nature. And even adult Dofi's still a shooter. He gave Law the, what you say? Like, and Law was just like, oh, I'm good. Oda's got my back. Kai said Vegapunk didn't recognize the shooter. Interesting. Par said, good thing I cosplayed Shaka immediately rather than wait. Par said, yeah, I have a weird headache. Feels like I got hit in the back of the head. Oh, man. Let's take a look at this. I'm going back to the... Alright. Who's there? Are you the culprit? Let us out of here. It can't be. Why are you here? Who did this to you? Who came with you? Gun? So, I'm trying to look at the silhouette here. And you can see the, you know, the smoke billowing out. I don't know how much detail Oda would have put into this, like, silhouette of the gun, but... if this little dark spot above the staircase is supposed to be part of the body, something about it just... the stance looks a little feminine. Like, I feel like there's... Because there's a little bit of darkness, which could be like shoes. Then there's an open space, which could be like legs. And then what appears to be maybe some sort of a dress. Like, if I didn't see S snake, I would say like, hey, this could be S snake or something. Like, it's kind of in... But when I look at it, I think it's like the bottom half of S snake. Now, obviously, it's not. But I just wonder if the shooter is actually male. Axo said, do we think the shooter is the same person who's silhouetted on camera? And the same person that Pythagoras was talking about? I think we are in a situation where it really could be multiple people. I said, back to the grassy knoll. Hey, I've made several references to that particular event during this stream. Oh man, this is a pruder berooter. Pika thinks it's multiple people too. Sandeep, do you think it's S Flamingo, S Moria, and S Croc could be working together as their original counterparts were the evil ones? That's an interesting connection. Jinbei, good. Boa, good. Mihawk, neutral. Kuma, good. Croc, evil. But anime evil. Like still able to do it, you know, a fancy team up. You know, whereas I don't know if Doflamingo's at that, because he's chaotic evil. And then Moria, you know, I'd kind of put Moria in the same class as Mihawk. Bad. You know, not that Mihawk is bad, but I mean, like, Moria is not quite evil, but not quite neutral. What if the Moria, Flamingo, and Croc Seraphim were combined to make S Chimera? Oh, God. I know. You're just making me think of Full Metal Alchemist. I can't look at the word Chimera and not think of that. Stussy Double Cross? Ooh, I mean, now we're getting someplace. Stussy, yeah. I mean, and that kind of lines up with how I think that this person, you know, has feminine features here. I could see it being Stussy for sure. Especially considering that Sanji left Stussy. I like the idea of it being Stussy. I do want the other three Seraphim, though. Maxo said, also worth noting that Shaka himself makes the katak sound when he comes down the stairs. Yeah, I mean, that's either the boots make that sound too, or that is just general heavy step sound. Yeah, I'm looking at the panel right now. It's doing the same thing. And I'm also, you know, I love how there's like this emphasis on Shaka's jacket saying caution on it. My man is not being cautious at all. This man says, shoot me. Davon Schoolboy Beats said, I don't know, maybe that giant Vegapunk found wasn't the only thing they found from the Void Century. That's interesting. I think that anything Void History and Void Century related and all of that is going to stay under wraps for the time being. Merch Hunter Ricky said, I'm just ready to find out. If it is Stussy, that makes sense. She has a gun on her cover page. I think that gun was actually the original Bakin. If you're talking about the cover page with, like, Mads. I think that was Bakin when she was younger. She had the gun. I don't think it was Stussy yet. K-Pro-N, appreciate you, said, nah, I just mean liberate their minds. Kaido wasn't under anyone's control, but I think something needs to be done about them in the endgame. A failsafe by Vegapunk. They all die, or the 5 elders change their mind in the endgame. I think what Oda ultimately is probably going to do is, like some Android 18, Android 17 type thing where, you know, they do get their minds liberated and then they just kind of, like, go off to some sort of island to live a somewhat normal life at the end of all of this. Is this play the GTA wasted soundbite on chapter? Do I have that? I feel like I might actually have that. Oh, I didn't hit this one though. Vegapunk definitely knew who it was from his look, said Davon. I think his look could also just be taken as general shock.
No, God!
That's just me with all this shock and stuff.
No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Like, this is what I've been waiting for. And also, I'm upset by it. But that's, you know, but that's also some vindication too, because everybody was like, Shaka's the traitor, Shaka's the traitor. And I was like, no, definitely not. Maxo said, I don't like the idea of it being someone we haven't met. Yeah. I feel like it should be someone that we met. That's why I like Stussy. Stussy is my top choice. I just wish... we would have seen, you know, like, Sanji disappear from Stussy involving Stussy, you know? That's a fun way to go about it. Brandon said, I think it's S. Flamingo. He's going to try to kill his father. Vegapunk with a gun like Kid Dofi did. That's an interesting way to go to, like, look at it. Like, that perspective makes sense. I still want it to be Stussy. As I said, the tie get caught, probably. And even if Stussy's the traitor, she can't overwrite the satellite order. I mean, she might be on higher orders. So. Catherine said Katarina Devon infiltrated after leaving Cujo orders by BB. She got there when the Marines took Seraphim's back. I mean, I still like the idea of the Blackbeard Pirates being involved here and, like, kidnapping Vegapunk. A gun is very, like, Blackbeard Pirates also, but this is just, it's crazy. It's crazy. Par said, "Hey, Randy." Hey, Par. What's up, man? I feel like it's got to be Stussy. It's the only one that's gonna have, like, relevance to the arc, because everything else has to be someone we haven't seen, or it's York. I mean, we talked about the possibility of it being York. I mean, it's convoluted and there's, you know, a lot of different plot holes and everything like that. We'd have to get the flashback of, like, conversation between York and S. Snake, but I do see Oda, you know, making York mad at being the toilet for everybody. The Ace 2532 member for 7 months. If it is Stussy, then what happened to Jinbei? He and Sanji were together with her before Sanji went to save Nami. Barbara just said I was going to ask something but didn't want to derail. I like Stussy, just got to see real Jinbei. I feel like the next chapter we have to find out who it is, especially if it's Stussy. Because we can't go all of this time without seeing real Jinbei, who was also with the Sanji group. I mean, what if we find Jinbei and, like, he's been bitten by Stussy, you know?
You loyal.
Sanji runs away. Stussy uses this opportunity to, like, pick off everybody one by one. Vision said, if real Jinbei sleep, then it's Stussy. Exactly. Exactly. Chin said, nah, Randy, Oda's not going to reveal the traitor till next break. I just don't know how much longer he can drag it on. Because the thing, too, is we already have too many threats coming. We have the Marines on their way, very close. Problem isn't that we have a traitor, it's that we have these Marines, this traitor's toying with us enough to get them over here. If it's Stussy, Stussy has always been pro-government, even when she was going after their Tamate box, which Vegapunk definitely would have had an interest in as well. Her quote is, "The world government will take this now." So if they found out that he was doing poneglyph research, it may be because he trusted Stussy enough to get that information out there. Tells the government, 5 elders, they make sure she's on the mission, so they have their inside person on the mission where this guy thinks that she's his inside person. That just makes sense to me. Axo. Shaka. I'm gonna die soon. Dragon. Not before I get there. I mean, Shaka foreshadowed this too. You're right. In his one of his introductory chapters, this man was like, said he was gonna die, and we talked about it then that like he probably would. Forgot about that. Let's see. I think it was the 1064, 1062. I'm going back to find that panel. 1064. All right. Being a genius means being able to see even what your own future contains. What do you mean, Vegapunk? I suspect that my death is imminent. Stop telling bad jokes, they're not funny. So I wanted you to hear me out, Dragon. So Shaka definitely unloaded some information to Dragon. That was in 1064. The same chapter, by the way, that had the cover page of Van Augur and the Blackbeard fight. That gun didn't look like Van Augur's gun. But that is an interesting connection there. Van Augur made the shot from full of lead. Yeah. Ace said he's got to bounce later, Savage Crew. Appreciate you. No, we're still on this clue mission here. You know, I think it was Stussy in the research lab with the gun. It's crazy. We're gonna have to go back to the beginning of the chapter as well. Axo said there's so many missing pieces here. Yeah, that's how Oda operates. Didn't Miss Bakin have a gun in the cover story when she was in Maz? Yes, we talked about that. Right now, the top three for me are Stussy, York, and the Dofi Seraphim. I do like that. I do like that idea. And then fourth, I would say Pythagoras' body without his head. Finn said, I believe it's St. Charlos. That man is not on Egghead. Definitely not. You know what's another interesting thing? I'm looking back at the beginning of the chapter. Right? At the beginning of the arc, when we saw the outside of Egghead, the number was not 100. And slowly it was creeping up. Like, it was like, I think in the 50s when we first saw it or whatever. Then it was 66. I remember that. Then somewhere in the 70s. Now it's at 100%. what does this mean? What is the significance of that number? And will it will it have any sort of relevance in the story? Like, I feel like it's got to. I feel like at some point someone needs to say, the preparations are complete. They've been happening this whole time. And maybe it was Shaka that did it. He set up these plans to get everything to 100% so that they could go, and then there's the emotional moment of Shaka helped us in that last bit. Defense, the Frontier Dome's power, defense system percentage, yeah. I wonder what role Sentamaru is going to have in the rest of the arc. Like, he's already a traitor, so he's definitely going to continue to, like, probably fight against the Marines later on. Like, everything I was talking about for Smoker, you know, like, I feel like he'll be right there doing that, too. Luffy needs to go Gear 5th already. I need to... You know... I need to be able to power scale appropriately. Barry said, is S-Snake gonna unstone them because Luffy asks nicely? I could see that being the case. Going back through the chapter, we're doing the reread here. So we got the confirmation about Lunarian DNA. It's just great, you know, work by Oda over the course of the series. Like I mentioned earlier, by having S-Hawk have the body and, you know, DNA of the person he's trying to, you know, beat. The DNA of the person he just fought. The devil fruit of the person who gave him the most smoke in the entire series. And the same attack he used on all of them, he uses against this guy. Oh, and he's a robot like Kuma, who also was like a, you know, a big part of his, you know, nothing happened, everything like that, so that's good. I do really love the Nami moment because it looked like she actually did some major damage. It's good to see Nami, you know, just be useful, but I guess it was kind of undercut by having her need to be saved by Sanji. But I kind of expected Sanji to fight the Jinbei Seraphim, because it's like, it's a way for, you know, Sanji beats S-Shark here, then it just shows the audience that yes, Sanji is definitively stronger than Jinbei. Patrick Fowler, member for 22 months, said, I think Stella's mystery ally from 1071 is doing all of this to save Vegapunk. Destroy Egghead and the other Vegapunk bodies to make world government think Vegapunk is dead and the research is destroyed. Killed them for your own good, Vegapunk. Don't you understand? It had to be done. Something like that. Oh.
You loyal.
Brandon said, I don't know if someone mentioned it, but Saji's attack on S-Shark is an almost exact redraw of a move Ivankov used. Man's learned Nukama Kempo. I mean, he's definitely making a Nukama face when he is, you know, like going for the attack, so... Like, the way Oda drew his mouth looks like, you know, someone from Kamabaka. Wait, is it Diz's birthday? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Everybody gets their birthday balloons. Happy birthday, Dizzy. You and Chrissy right next to each other. I remember for 9 months said, I'm back, Captain. Dizzy hasn't gotten his birthday balloons yet. Barry, Randy, do me a solid. Hit that birthday button for the best neighbor and friendo, Dizzy the Ghost. Nerd's birthday is on Pi Day, 3/14. Ah, that's it. That's it. So we're doing the early balloons. Happy early birthday to the guy. Drop some HBDs in the chat. Terrence Matthews. I think Kizaru will get defeated by Luffy this arc. I would prefer Kizaru versus Zoro. But hey, you know, we'll see. I also don't think that we're going to have enough time for one-on-one fights against everybody. There's going to be 100 warships. Everybody's going to be crowding. It's going to be a, like, we need to leave moment. There'll be clashes, but formal fights? No. We may get a chapter dedicated, but it'll be in the midst of, like, chaos. Like the end of Eni's Lobby. It's the only way I see things happening. Merch Hunter Ricky said, I want a failed Kuda burst attempt. I know it's messed up, but it'll be nice and stressful. Yeah, that's what I want. I want to see, like, I want to see some drama like that. Like the Sunny's getting damaged, and then it's something where they actually need to repair it, everything like that. Patrick Fowler said, Vegapunk's brain is likely backed up, maybe with the Kuma fruit. So killing the bodies doesn't really kill them. Vegapunk can remake them as long as the Stella survives. Maybe. But I think the implication is that he literally chopped his brain up and then attached his brain to the robotic bodies that they have. So this, you know, Shaka getting a wiggy That's gotta hurt Vegapunk too. Like, there's some wig splitting going on here. Like, I feel like if Shaka gets shot in the brain, like, Vegapunk should be like, ow, that really hurts. There's a reason why they're keeping the main Stella alive. That's what we need to find out. It may be that there's somebody that they're working with and they need to get it out of him who it is, and that person may be Saul, and the government doesn't know that Saul is alive. Possibility for that. Augie said, I still think Shaka's the traitor and used the hologram this chapter. I don't know. I would low-key not like that. Maybe high-key. I would high-key not like that. It's an interesting thought, but I mean, it's just... But yeah, but that's the other thing too. Like, Unknown Chris said, why are the Cypherpole 5 kept in prison? Like, if you're gonna kill Shaka, why would you keep them alive? There's a lot of plot holes here. There's a lot of things that don't make sense yet. And they're only holes because we haven't been told. Joy Boy Theory still insists that Shaka... I don't know. I don't know. Like, you don't create a character like Shaka. Tie them to Dragon. Have them monologue about Saul, essentially. And then make them bad. Like I said before, like, he's not a Bond villain. It's too Bond villainy. And it's like, you're giving away too much information that is helpful to them. Helpful to us. So it just... Top 5 anime betrayals if it is, but I don't know. I gotta see how Oda pulls it out. The Will of Dreams said it could be a robot duplicate of Shaka. So it's a Shaka dupe walking down there, and then we see who's behind the gun, and it's Shaka. Let's get back to this. Okay, so we're getting the Sanji versus S-Shark. I do like this bubblegum stuff. I just hope that, you know, something becomes of it for the rest of the story. Alejandro Solis said, what if there are two Shakas, like the group Daft Punk? I mean, we just talked about there being two Shakas. The Shaka dies, and then behind the gun is the other Shaka. Rooting it in the fact that there are two people wearing that mask in Daft Punk is actually kind of, like, really intelligent, because that's Oda. That's Oda. Oda would do that. So that's kind of a good point, Alejandro. So did Frankie only get half stoned? Because we didn't see him get fully stoned. He's just half stoned. Could Frankie still play a role here? Or is this Oda trying to show that the stone is like going all around him? I think he's still gonna have an arm that's free. Because I know we've definitely seen it before where she's only stoned parts of bodies. And I've been saying that I want this so that he can get an upgrade. And then Lilith and Usopp get stoned fully. And I'm sure there's like a court out there that is ready to accuse the boy. But I don't really see this as in anything, this is nothing sexual here. This is just, oh, cute kid. Whatever. I don't know. It's just tough. This is like, when you're like trying to get somebody into anime or manga, but they just think it's all like just you know what I'm talking about. This page here doesn't help that cause. It doesn't help this cause. It doesn't help this cause. But it's I just can't think of it any way that, I'm sure there are people on Twitter like blah 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 because they've been doing it with Sanji, like waiting for these two to be in a room and start the court of allegations. And meanwhile, Sanji's literally talking about the constitution of Sanji here. I don't need people to flip the constitution of Sanji on him. Shaka got killed by the real villain of this story down these stairs. This is who killed Kuina, guys. Brandon King said, I want Shaka to have played the long game, kept Stella alive, then captured the Cypherpole agents to lure the government, so that when they see all of the Vegapunks dead and the Striat Stone, they leave, then fixes it after. There's something to that. Allowing himself to get publicly assassinated so that he can appear from the shadows afterwards. That's definitely some anime stuff right there. Get Clip 2K, what's up? Spandam was the shooter? I don't know about that. Another translation Brandon said was first rule of Sanji Land. Sanji is like the goat of cool speeches before he's about to attack. But this one's not it. And even Sanji Land is like kind of corny. That's my boy, but corny. It could have been very simple. Just like, don't do the first rule of Sanji Land. It's just, he who scares Nami gets death. You know? Anybody who makes Nami scream gets raw heat strike. I don't care if you're a kid or Jinbei, you get the death penalty. I don't know, there's just a better way to write that. In the after credits of One Piece, Sanji establishes Sanji Land in all blue. Sanji's going through a rough patch. Yeah, this is a rough time for Sanji fans. Onigashima had some peak Sanji moments though. That last page though, Chaka got me shooka. Very motivated, another member of the Sanji Coalition said, "Tell me about it." Hawaiian Sanji, definitely a rough patch. Hawaiian hood Sanji. That Hawaiian shirt has a hood on it. You don't do that. That's a direct blasphemy. You can't make that good. You can't make that work. I'm just not feeling the Sanji charisma here. But, you know what's a fun fact, though, that I just noticed, too, is when Sanji hits the Jinbei, the fire is on. So even though this Jinbei has a face on, like, oh, that hurt, the flames are there, so that Jinbei is getting up pretty quickly. What's interesting, though, is... oh no, wait, the flames are there. It actually looked like the flame wasn't there when Nami hit him. It's like video game logic, too. Like, just... you can't attack until the flame goes down. So you just have to keep running around waiting for the flame to go away. It's like, okay, now I can attack. Ha ha, oh, the flame's back. Keep running around. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Barry said another translation was, if I ruled a country, my decrees would be simple. Then lists the 2 lines before kicking S Shark. I like that. I do like that. Did Sanji's eyebrow flip again? It sure did, Ty. Yup. You can see it clearly when he says that Jinbei's going to get the death penalty. Be your judge, jury, and executioner. Yeah, that's kind of hard. I do like that. I just saw what you sent, Barry. A lot of spandom talk in the chat. There was spandom talk in the Discord. Apparently it's Spandam's birthday. Odas have been bringing characters back on their birthdays. It's Spandam behind the gun, guys. Oh, man. I don't need him back. I need Spandam to have been killed by Robin at Ennie's lobby, and that's it. Am I live on Twitch? I'm on YouTube. Let's see. So I feel like we've gone through a lot of the possibilities here that make sense. I like Stussy the most. If it has to be a Vegapunk, York is interesting. But Double Shaka isn't bad. I don't want it. I don't want it. Then what was the other one that I said was pretty good? Oh yeah, the S Flamingo is kind of interesting. Yeah, people were saying the Vegapunk recognized the shooter. I don't see that at all here. I see him being upset and shocked that Shaka got shot. He's shocked that Shaka got shot. How do we like that? He's shocked that Shaka got shot. Kai said he asked, "Who's your friend?" I mean, he asks that, but his face is shocked that Shaka got shot. I don't think he can actually see who it is, because the person's all the way on the stairs. I think he just knows that someone was there, but he can't see who it is. And that's why he's asking. But then it also could imply that this is someone we've never met or never seen, so we don't know. I guess it could be read. It could be read that he notices the person. Like a twofold thing. He sees Shaka in the first panel. Because it goes from the panel of the gun, the smoking gun, then to Vegapunk. Maybe. Maybe. She sells seashells by the seashore. That's what it sounds like. And said Randy wants Atlas to be the one. I mean, low key, like I would love that, because I would feel vindication for not liking Atlas, but I don't know. Ty's gotta go. See you, my man. I don't know. I don't know. I'd like it to be. But see, the thing is that if Vegapunk could recognize... Vegapunk wouldn't say who's your friend if he could clearly see who it is, because if it was Stussy, he knows that it's Stussy. If it's York, he knows it would be York. If he saw it as Flamingo, he would know because he made it. Like, if we're going that Vegapunk doesn't, can visibly see who the person that is behind him, then it's someone we don't know. It's someone that Vegapunk doesn't know. If that's the thinking that we're going with. And that's a hard concept to wrap around, because then it's like, it needs to be someone that means something to us as a reader. But it really should be someone that means something to him from a story perspective. Dusty's vampire form feels too cool to keep her as a passive ally. I want to see the Straw Hats fighting her as a villain. That's what I'm saying. Dan Sheets could be Saturn or Caribou. Actually, I love the idea that it's Caribou, because Caribou is a shooter also. That would be kind of crazy if it was Caribou. Chizam said the cover story makes it seem like Caesar and Judge. You want to shoehorn Caesar into this? We get all of Mads here. Queen shows up somehow. I don't know. I don't know if we need that. Ah, there we go. Stefan's got it. It's Michael and Hoikel from Water 7 Backstreets. Judge Top 5, it's official. What if the traitor is Gaimon? Gaimon is a shooter! Gaimon's got that thing tucked in the chest. Pulled up to the new world. Pacifista showed up into the East Blue and killed Sarfunkel. So the man's been on a mission. He's got all of his rare animals with him. That's a good one, Reese. Patrick Fowler, if it's an ally, Stella is acting to trick the Cypherpole agents. I still feel like it...
Savage.
You think it's the Stella? I mean, that would be the real twist, but I don't know. Alejandro Salas, I find it weird that Vegapunk didn't take the risk out of the Devil Fruits. Do you think he can't? If he did, then it ruins the story. You have this unbreakable curse for starting from chapter 1, and then in chapter 1077 you just say, oh, this scientist found a way around it. It's weak. It's not good for the story. Keep the core rules of the story intact. The only time you can break core rules like that is like when you're at the very, very end. And even though we're in the final saga, we're not at the very, very end. Daddy Masterson, S. Ezo, Lucky Roo, it's Lasso, it's Bonnie. I mean, that low-key makes sense though, right? She already is mad at him, so now she's just on a tirade. Gin was a shooter. Barry said Caribou would be an amazing twist, because why is he still around? Where the hell is he? He's also a murderer. Like, as far as we know, he buried Drip alive. Fake Sanji. Creator's Batchy. Wow. Batchy ate like a Hito no Mi. Was tired of sitting in soup, so is coming after the person that gave them sentience. Crafting a whole sad backstory for Batchy. They just wanted their simple bug life, but unfortunately they had to, you know, yo-ho-ho, take a bite of Hito, and now they're a person, and they're just like, I don't want to be a person. Find out Vegapunk is the reason why devil fruits can be, well, I guess I was going to say inanimate object, but obviously Banshee is not an inanimate object, but... Creators Panda Man. No, it's Tomato Gang. So this is an interesting thing. Kakia said, you know, with the death penalty, judge, jury, executioner line being a little more aggressive than Sanji usually is, could the genetic modifications be interfering with his personality again? So one thing that I really wanted to happen in Wano on Onigashima that didn't happen was while Sanji was going through all of that, like that existential crisis of, you know, am I going to turn into my family and everything like that, I wanted him to interact and meet up with Nami so that Nami could be that reassuring voice and a reminder of how kind he is and, you know, the person that he is.
Savage.
We could get that now. You know, if Sanji starts getting, like, extraordinarily aggressive and, you know, and if Oda allows the character to have, you know, an introspective moment about this and a vulnerable moment with Nami, Nami can be the person to remind him, because she's one of the only people that actually had interactions with her with his family to know what kind of person Sanji is in, you know, this particular context and bring him back off, you know, the ledge. Josh super chatted to say your videos have me dying at work sometimes, man. Savage game. Appreciate you. Love that. Thanks for pulling up. This is the Ghost. Hunter x Hunter is returning. Are you still doing live reactions? I will be. I've got to read the last 3 that came out before it went on another hiatus. And then we'll get back into, you know, doing some more Hunter x Hunter content for sure. You know, and when I say content, I mean just the live reactions. I'm not going to do, like, full analysis on it. And said Zoro couldn't fulfill his promise to Sanji back in Wano. I think it plays better if Nami is the one to get him off the ledge rather than Zoro. I don't think we need that.
Savage.
This is said Spit Randy. Mary's thriving right now. Bury Nami the first line of defense, and if she can't get through to him, then she calls in Zoro. Yeah, I mean that's the way to do it. But I would prefer that Nami is the one that can get through to him. Taylor Russell said it's Esto Flamingo, but he's got socks making him even more powerful than the base Dofi. He doesn't have the high water pants. He's got full pants on and socks. I mean, that would complete the fit. He comes through looking like, you know, Swallow Island Dofi with the, you know, the full red drip or anything, then we're in business. Inset Spy X Family first, or Hunter X Hunter, Spy Family, Hunter Hunter. I think Spy Family is something that Chrissy and I are just gonna, you know, just do in our own time. I don't think we're gonna do live reactions to it, unless, you know, we're getting into it and it seems like something that would be fun to do. I think it's just something we're gonna watch in our own time. Harry, Nami at Sanji. Hey, big guy. Sun's getting real low. It does kind of feel like that. Chrissy and I always talk about how that was just like one of the worst things the MCU did, was trying to shoehorn a relationship between those two characters. Yeah. So let's think about where we go from here. Oda should address this, but what he'll probably do is leave us guessing, because that's what Oda does. So we won't come back to this. If we do, then we have to find out who it is. And maybe it's too early for that, but I also think that we don't have a lot of time in this arc to be holding on to something, you know, a material so precious. So, I'd really like an update on how close the Marines are. I think we should spend some more time on this Sanji and Jinbei fight in the next chapter. I'd like to see Frankie, like, try to do something to save these guys with what remains of his body that isn't stone. Like, a really powerful Frankie moment here would really do wonders for this arc, considering all the sci-fi, you know, ness going on. We completely avoided Robin, Chopper, and Atlas, so I'm expecting at least 2 to 3 pages of them for sure in 1078. And we should really see what happened to Jinbei and Stussy. Because if we're to believe that this isn't Stussy, then we need to see Stussy with Jinbei and just write that off. And then we know that it's not them. Did I watch Ant-Man 3? I did. It exists. It was just a movie. Ree said Mord summarized really well why this chapter made Sanji look cool. I mean, I'm glad that Mord, a Zoro fan, found Sanji to look cool this chapter. But Randy, a Sanji fan, who knows that Sanji's had cooler moments, doesn't necessarily find this to be that great of a Sanji moment. Am I looking forward to Shazam? I am. I didn't like the trailer, but I had a friend that worked on it, and they said that it, you know, they kind of defended it and said that it should be good. So I don't know. We will find out. Like, the last two panels of the Sanji part are alright. It's just everything else. And it's also more so that it's kind of the same thing over and over again a little bit. Okay, Nami's about to get hurt. She can't defend herself against this Seraphim. Let's get, you know, this man to come over who can. And there's a way to do it, but Oda would have just had to dedicate an extra page to Nami struggling, and then I would have bought this a little more. But it was like, Oda gave Nami this huge win and this move that really looked like it worked, and then undercuts Nami's, like, cool factor here by showing that she can't hang. And it's just the pacing's too fast for me. Am I looking forward to Cocaine Bear? Yeah, I do want to watch that. Let's see. All right, so I do want more of the Sanji action, but I think we need some Robin, Chopper, Atlas stuff in the next chapter for sure. I think that's like the safest guarantee. And I'd love to see some of the Frankie stuff, because I feel like that's kind of the immediate thing. Is what is Frankie going to do? That's what I feel we need to get the answer on immediately. Because that's the other thing too, is we go from the Frankie scene into the Shaka scene, and we're not going to follow up the Shaka scene. So I feel like we might even start with Frankie in 1078. Start with Frankie. Little drama there. Third floor of building C, but they fell down. Didn't they fall to the... So they're still on the third floor? I thought they fell to the second floor. I need to go back to 1076 and look at the map again to see where everybody's at. Map was 1075. Thoughts on Egghead so far? I love it. So, Robin, Chopper, and Atlas, building A, second floor. Nami, Brooke, and Edison, third floor, building A. Second floor building B is Sanji. How did Sanji get from the second floor of building B all the way to the third floor of building A? See, that doesn't make any sense. What would make more sense is if this fight between Nami, Brooke, and Edison blended into Robin, Atlas, and Chopper because they're all on the second floor, just in different buildings. Sanji was on a different building and a different level and still managed to get over to where she is without any sort of cut back to Sanji in Building B on the second floor with Stussy and Jinbei, to understand why he would go back upstairs and over into another building. At this point, I'm not going to pay attention to the geography because I don't think Oda is either. Yeah, I know he's fast, and I know he's got the skywalk, but I mean it... He was also talking about how he was going to protect Stussy and everything like that. Like, at the very least, give us a scene of him turning to Jinbei and saying, hey, I leave her with you. I gotta go handle something. No. Alright, guys. I think I'm going to wrap everything up here so that I can get started on my further analysis of everything. But, I mean, this is just a wild chapter. Like, we may legitimately have a death. R.I.P. the boy. We hardly knew ye. Moment of silence. Shocking. In the arms of the angels, fly away from here.
Come with me if you want to live.
Yeah. Hashtag Edison can do it. Shin said, Randy, if Jinbei's sleeping the next chapter, we know Stussy's the traitor. Exactly, which is why I need to see them. Have Chrissy post in Discord what she thought of Shaka getting done dirty. Or I'll mention it to her, Dizzy. Yeah. Let's see, yeah. Alright, guys. Appreciate you as always. I'll see you in the analysis. See you in any additional content. And we will be back here for 1078 next Sunday. This doesn't look like we've got a break, so let's go. We will find out. We will get new information. New information. Vegapunk was shocked that Shaka got shot. And so am I.
be swimming deep, deep. Savage.